Hello there. Thank you for joining Soulmatic Speaks podcast. My name is Samantha, and today we are talking about the upcoming full moon in Capricorn. If you're into astrology, if you're not, I don't care. This is your place to be. It's coming up here July 10th, 2025. And here we're talking about not just astrology, we're talking about the full moon and what it signifies in a spiritual sense, and how we can use the energy of the full moon to better connect with ourselves, to heal, to realign, and focus on our goals and bringing in the energy that we're calling. With this full moon coming up, I think a big thing that is relevant is a lot of illumination, a lot of noticing those things that have been left in the dark for maybe way too long. This is something that I'm picking up personally in my own journey. I've been noticing so many things changing within my mindset, a lot more awareness within my body, and a lot more of a sharp mind. I do think reflecting on our past self and releasing outdated ways of thinking, ways of being, habits, especially unhealthy triggers or trauma responses. That is something that is coming to the surface. We're noticing it in real time. And this is huge because we're able to release those habits. Once you can point them out, recognize them, notice them, and say to yourself, hey, I don't connect with this anymore. I'm not subscribing to this behavior any longer. If that's the case, a round of applause for you, because you are doing the work. You are taking the steps to be a better version of yourself, for yourself and for others. You never know how your healing might trigger someone else's healing. Never underestimate your power, and always be mindful. Realign, reassess, and rise. Once you notice these things, take action and let go of what is no longer serving you. Reflect on your personal growth and realign with your truth. Reflecting on your growth can be such a confidence booster. When you really look back at a year ago, 5 years ago, 5 weeks ago, it doesn't matter. What we're looking at is the differences that we see clear as day, and giving yourself recognition for that, and implementing that growth in your everyday motion, in your behavior, in your energy, in the way you communicate. It is definitely a sense of closure. I think that is super relevant with full moons. It's a sense of closure, closing those old chapters that no longer serve, that no longer align, that don't feel good, or we've known have had to be closed for so long, but that part of us that is unhealed just clings to it for dear life because we don't know how to maneuver life without it. When you connect to the energy of the full moon and you align your mentality with the phases of the moon or your energy, it is very interesting. It is something I enjoy doing. I am super one of those, oh my gosh, look at the moon, look up at the sky, look at the stars. I'm very connected with whatever is hiding in space. I don't know, I love it. The stars, the galaxies, and especially the moon. We are so connected deeply to the moon, especially as women. We have our cycles that relate to a monthly cycle versus men might relate migrate to a more daily cycle. Of course, this is very heteronormative. I'm talking for cis women and cis men. You on your own journey with your spectrum of sexuality, of gender fluidness. I live and I love. But as a woman, I am speaking for myself. I am so connected to the moon and the phases of the moon because it definitely relates to how I feel throughout my body, throughout certain times of the month. It's true. And I've learned that a new moon phase versus a full moon phase is very different. The way my body is feeling, the way my energy is responding to things, it's crucial. And it's something I've learned to navigate. Now, if you relate, definitely keep this in mind. Reclaim your energy, identify how you're feeling, and consciously choose how you are showing up for yourself. No matter what the phase of the moon is, of course, but I find it so helpful to connect to my heightened emotions, to notice those energy peaks in relation to the full moon or a new moon. If you're into astrology, I also like looking at the signs as well. Using those key points with astrological signs to relate to the energy that we're feeling, things that we're healing, and noticing how we can connect to this phase of the moon, this monthly cycle, this time of year. It's all relative. It's all, to me, very relevant. I find it very much like a guide, and it helps me visualize where I'm at in life. And it acts as insight. Take it like a feather, or a grain of dust. Don't let it define your life as any spiritual insight. Do not let it define your life, but notice the message, listen to it, and if you can relate it to your day-to-day life, allow that to serve you. Allow that to speak to your soul's truth. Now, that is just me breaking down the barrier of people who might be listening that are not super familiar with connecting to the moon, planets, phases of the moon, or astrology. In order to be spiritual, you do not need to rely on these things, but it does create a sense of connection. This is a community. There are a lot of people that do tune into these things. So if you're curious to learn more, I'd be happy to share more. But today I'm focused fully on the full moon, how we can reflect on our growth, creating affirmations, visualizations, what to release, and what we can reclaim as we close out this cycle, this moon cycle. Creating a nice reset. I like to do a lot of self-care. Yes, snaps for the self-care with the full moon. If you are not doing self-care rituals or affirmations, man, you are missing out. You must try it. See how you respond. Taking care of the body, finding a safe and calm space for the mind, treating yourself like royalty, really embodying that energy that you have worked so hard to cultivate. Do not neglect that sense that you have worked towards. In a month's time, so much can change. You can build and build and grow. But if you're not taking a step back to notice and give yourself credit, then what is it all for? Take a step back and relish in your growth. Notice the growth and give yourself grace, because as time goes by, we're not getting any younger. Take a moment to sit with yourself and be present. Love on yourself. And I think doing that in the full moon, because the full moon is a very feminine energy, it is such a good time to honor yourself and treat yourself with love, romance, respect, and passion. Fulfill your needs, the needs that must be met in order to feel fulfilled, to feel healthy, to feel recharged, because that really is the energy of the full moon. We're at 100%. We are glowing, we are shining. Take that time to really embody that shine. Be seen. Put yourself out there. Glow, and don't be ashamed of your glow. You've worked so hard, even if it's from one day to the next, from 1 month to the next, 1 year to the next. It all relates, and it's something that you deserve to recognize and notice. Because if you don't, who else will? If you're blessed enough to have people that take time to pamper you and cherish you, all the more reason to be grateful. And if that person is you, then you must take action. Create that positive space, that sacred space to simply flow. Let go of performative action. Do what you're doing for a sense of fulfillment. Don't do it for attention or clout, whatever the heck, Do it because you're being intentional. Do it because you know that there is something deep within you that has a purpose. And when it comes to connecting to that purpose, I think this is a good point to move on to meditation rituals for the full moon. Sitting back and reflecting on a full moon, it's such a good time to release, to return to your power. Now, the spiritual community that I'm connected to, they very much say that full moons may not be the most ideal time to manifest, to attract and bring in energy. It's not so much a time to call in, it's a time to let go. It's a time to release. Give yourself a break to let go of any burdens and take time to recognize where you are in life today and finding grace, appreciation, and gratitude for all the things you already have manifested, all the things you already have been bringing in and attracting. Do not neglect the fact that that has taken time, that has taken effort, that has taken work, and it's taken a lot of your energy. Full moons are times to release what is weighing you down. Return to your center and take a moment to be grateful, to love on yourself, and remind yourself that you are enough as you are today, without keeping in mind of all the things, all the stuff that you have yet to call in and manifest or attract or build or create. You've already created. You've already been building. And you are so worthy as you are today. When it comes to meditating, when it comes to being still on a full moon, full moons can be, kind of spooky. All the freaks come out at night. I love that energy. I love that spookiness. But I also love the magic that sits with a full moon. And if you're able to sit still, and if you have the opportunity to sit outside in stillness with a full moon, that energy is so potent. Sit with that. Connect with yourself. Reflect on what it is that you are grateful for. Reflect what it is that no longer serves you. Create intentions on what you want to let go and release. And create maybe some affirmations to say to yourself, to remind yourself, I am worthy. I am letting go of this toxic behavior. I am becoming healed. I am beautiful. I am kind. I am compassionate. I am inspiring. All those beautiful affirmations, and allow it to be unique to you. I'm not here to tell anyone this is the right way to do it. I can obviously recommend what works for me. This is my perspective and opinion, and it's always served me well. And it's an honor to share it. It really is. And I would love to create more content creating affirmations for the full moon. But right now, I will recommend to you, for a journal prompt, write down 10 affirmations that relate to gratitude and release. What are the things that I'm grateful for as I notice this full moon? And what are things that I'm ready to let go of as I move into the next moon cycle? Be very intentional with this energy. Do not leap to conclusions. Really sit in silence and let that magic come to you. Let the voice, let the intuition, really is what it is. Let spirit come to you and guide you through this experience. Meditate, be still, find peace and calm. Take a moment to rewire that nervous system. That's something to be very mindful of and passionate of in your own life, is to sit in a parasympathetic system, to allow your nervous system to be calm and restful versus constantly in fight or flight, always reacting. Allow yourself to be calm and chill. This is the space to do it. When you are creating that sacred space to be still, to connect to yourself, to listen to the mind, the body, and connecting with spirit. The full moon creates such a beautiful energy to do that, to really connect, to tap in. Don't be so secluded. Don't be so disconnected. This is the time to connect and to tap in. Listen to the spirit that's coming to you. Listen to those energies that are calling to you. Sit with gratitude. Remind yourself all those things that I've visualized in the past. Notice what's here today and take time to visualize what is yet to come. Of course, there's no limitation when it comes to meditation, whether it's a full moon or new moon. With a full moon, I recommend mostly to sit in silence, letting go of what's no longer serving you. But it never hurts to still visualize all those blessings that are yet to come. Keep the faith is what I mean. In letting go, it is such an important practice. In letting go, you must do this, because if not, you will be dragged by things that are not for you. They're just not for you. If you really think about it, if you're holding on to something that you know is toxic, that you know at some point has got to go, at some point it's just gotta go, something's gotta give. If you're holding on to it for dear life, just because what? You're scared? Babe, let me hold your hand while I say this. There's nothing to be scared of. Life will go on with or without this weight holding you back. The sooner you let go of that weight, the more energy you can reclaim to focus on yourself, to focus on your needs, to focus on your healing. And that really is what I mean by reclaiming your power. Letting go. Release. This is really what I'm coming to a conclusion of. Because when you release and do it intentionally, when you take that time to sit with yourself and listen to yourself and notice what it is that's not serving you, because your body, your spirit, your guides, the divine, okay, all of this will come to you and tell you what it is you need to let go of. And you will know in your gut exactly what it is that must be let go. You must let it go, because sooner or later it's going to leave your life. You must come to peace with it by recognizing that it's no longer serving you. So sit in stillness this full moon and listen to those things that your body, your mind, and your heart are really trying to tell you. Connect with the body. Do those affirmations, reminding yourself how special, how extraordinary you truly are. You have a lot of power within you. Do not neglect it. Remind yourself of it and be grateful for it, because your journey is not over. It's just beginning. As you let these things go, you create a new beginning. And that's what's so exciting with the new moon, is that it's a new beginning. With the full moon, we close a chapter. And that's where we're at now. Tomorrow, that full moon is coming up. July 10th. Get outside. If you have some beautiful weather, sit outside, look up at the sky. Try to find a quiet space. And if you're inside or maybe on a night out, allow yourself to live in your authenticity and create a nice, calm center within. Allow your energy and your demeanor to embody this new version of yourself that you're welcoming in, and letting go of that old. Letting go of the dust, cleaning it up. Oh, well, since we mentioned that, another great thing to do on the full moon energy and into the new moon energy. Cleanse your space. Cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. Keep it clean. Keep it organized. Take this time to remove any clutter. Letting go of those things that you don't need. Clean that closet. Clean the kitchen. That junk drawer. Whatever it may be. Truly. Get all that stuff out of your home. This is your safe and sacred space. Leave the energy open and available for new things to enter your home that align with you, that are for your best interest. Things that will build life and beauty and add to your presence rather than hinder it. So cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. Maybe lighting a candle, burning incense. Some of my favorite things to do. On a full moon, it really recenters the energy of the home, and it can make a house feel like home. When you add a scent or create a nice ambiance, there's something so calming about it. So be intentional as you cleanse your space. I let go of things that no longer serve me. Cleanse this space of all energy that no longer serves the highest good of all concerned. Be very intentional with your affirmations. Let the universe know what it is you'd like to let go of, what it is that you're welcoming and embodying. Working hand in hand with the universe. You must take initiative. But tune in, tap in with this full moon energy. Let me know what your favorite rituals are, whether that be self-care, house care, meditation. Maybe it's a spiritual bath. I love those. If you are into that, some Epsom salt, essential oils, healthy oils for the body and hair. crystals, even adding some flower petals if you like doing all that fancy stuff, really tuning into the feminine. Full moons are a great time to take a spiritual bath. Water, especially with the full moon, can really help connect to spirit. Water is the ultimate cleanser. Definitely. Cleanse the body. Sit in water. Maybe that's a body of water. If you're at home taking a spiritual bath, maybe being very intentional in the shower. Cleanse the body as well. That goes into self-care. Keep it clean and get yourself ready for a new chapter, to welcome in new energy, and to keep that leveling up. Keep rising up. Rising up so that we can make these big moves, big moves, big moves, big healing vibes, big energy shifts, chasing our goals, living in our truth and our purpose. Live in your purpose, and don't let what anybody is saying or what anybody is thinking affect you. Because what's happening is you are focusing on you, and who else? Nobody. Outside of the people that feed you and love you. And of course, be a giving soul. But when you are thinking of how others are responding to you, that's irrelevant. Do what is feeding your soul, what is uplifting you, forever and always, full moon or not. Keep that energy with you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoy this full moon. Keep the energy uplifted. Keep your heart open and ready to receive. And let it go, babe. Let it go. Have a wonderful night, wonderful day, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Be blessed. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.